Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will be talking about all the books I plan to read in January. So in my December book releases video, I talked about how I would no longer be doing the monthly releases videos. I would be kind of changing them up, and this is what I'm going to do instead. So I'm now going to do kind of TBRs, but it's more just like reading plans and just like things that I think I'm actually going to read, even though I'm very much a mood reader. I'm still going to talk about some releases that come out in the month that I'm very excited about, but I'm not going to talk about all of them. Like, I'm just going to mention the ones I'm very, very excited for. I'm still going to have a Goodreads list dedicated to each month of all the new monthly releases. So the list on Goodreads will obviously have more releases that come out in the month. However, in these videos, I'm just going to mention the ones I'm very excited for, like kind of my most anticipated. I just realized with my monthly releases videos, I was trying to fit in as many books as I could to make the video at least like 3 to 5 minutes, and I started including books that I wasn't really that excited for, that I didn't really care that much about, but I was just trying to add more books in the list so that I could make a longer video. It just got really repetitive and I was kind of bored of it. Like, it's not to say that I will stop doing those videos forever, but for 2022, I just want to do more reading plans videos and just like talking about books that I plan to read or that I hope to read in the month, because I feel like other than the monthly releases videos, I don't ever talk about books that like I want to read or that I'm interested in reading soon. I hope I explained all of that really well. I'm not doing the monthly releases videos anymore, but I will talk about some releases I'm excited for in the month in my reading plans videos. I'm also not going to explain each book that I mention or talk about, just because I don't fully know what the book is about, but I also like going into books knowing very little. Like, I will read the summary once, add it to my Goodreads TBR, and then I never reread the summary. I just know that at some point I want to read that book. I mean, like, sometimes I have an idea of like what the genre is, or like what the subgenre or like trope, or if it's like a sports romance or whatever. I do typically remember what kind of romance it is. I just don't exactly know what the book is about, if that makes sense. Let's get into the video. I'm first going to talk about some new releases that I'm excited for in January. So we have Juniper Hill by Daphne Perry. This is the second book in the Eden series, and this is a adult contemporary romance. I don't know if this one is also going to have a mystery suspense aspect. The first book in the series did, but I don't know if the second one will as well. But this I'm very excited about. I loved the first book, so I can't wait to read this one. Then we have Baden by Sawyer Bennett. This is the first book in her new hockey series. It is called The Pittsburgh Titans. I actually do have an e-arc of this, so I will definitely be reading this in January. Made in Manhattan by Lauren Lane. This, I actually don't know what it's about. I don't care to know. I'm gonna read it anyways. I've already pre-ordered it. I love Lauren Lane, so I'm very excited for a new release of hers. River of Shadows by Karina Halley. This, I believe, is an adult paranormal fantasy romance. That's all I kind of know about it. The cover is gorgeous and I'm very excited to read this. Running Wild by Kate Tucker. This is the third book in the Simple Wild series. This follows Marie, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but this is her story. And the last book that comes out in January that I'm really excited for is Blind Pass by Tegan Hunter. This is the second book in the Carolina Comets. This is a adult contemporary romance. It's a hockey romance, and I believe it's a marriage of convenience. Like, I think they get married at Vegas and then stay married or something. I also did want to mention that Barbarian Alien by Ruby Dixon, the Berkeley published edition, is coming out in January. Now I'm going to mention all the other books I hope to read in January. A lot of them came out in 2021, and then there are some older titles, so I'm just gonna quickly kind of go through them. So the first one I definitely plan to read in January is Gabriel's Rapture by Sylvain Renard. This is of course going to be a reread for me. I'm going to reread this and do my Passion Flicks video. I know I was supposed to do this video in December and I'm so sorry I never got around to doing it. I just honestly really ran out of time. Like, December was so busy for me. So I am definitely going to do this towards the end of January. I already have plans to reread it and watch the movie. I'd like to read Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. I saw this everywhere on like Instagram and BookTube, kind of around Halloween, I think. A lot of people were reading it then, and I don't really know much about it. I think it's about like a demon falling in love with like a human or something like that. I don't know, but I just know everybody loved it, so hopefully I will also like it. Then I'm planning to read By Sin I Rise Part 1 and Part 2 by Cora Riley. I was waiting for Part 2 to come out so I could read both of them back to back. Sadly, I have heard really mixed things about these two books, so I'm very, very nervous to read them, but I don't know, sometimes I have really unpopular opinions when it comes to Cora Riley, so maybe I will like them. I definitely want to read Redeemed by Lauren Asher. This is the 4th book in the Dirty Air series. It's the last book. I really want to read this one and just finish the series. I've heard that this one is like one of the best out of the series so far. The first one is still my favorite. We'll see if this one beats the first one. I'm hoping to read From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. This is the next Mariana Zapata that I really want to read. All I know is that this is about figure skaters, I do believe. I have a feeling I'm really, really going to love this one, so I'm very excited to read it. Another one I hope to read in January is Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. This is the first book in the Four Horsemen series. This, I think, is just like a fantasy paranormal romance. I think it might just be fantasy. I've heard amazing things about the series and the author, so I can't wait to see what it's all about. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in my 2022 reading goals video, but I hope to catch up on some authors. I am behind on a lot of my favorite authors, so once a month I kind of want to catch up on an author, and for January I would really love to catch up on some of Penny Reed's newer releases. So I have Marriage and Murder, which is the second book in Jen and Cletus's mystery series. I loved the first book. I don't know why I haven't picked up book 2, but I definitely need to continue this series before the third book comes out. Totally Folked, I would also really love to read. I genuinely have no idea what this book is about, but it's Penny Reed and I love her books, so I'm sure I will enjoy this one. Homecoming King by Penny Reed. This came out in November or December. I've heard mixed things about this one, but I would still like to read it anyways. And then the last Penny Reed book that I need to catch up on is Beard in Hiding. This is technically book 4.5 in the Winston Brothers series. It's actually like a full-length novel, but it follows different characters. I know I have so many reading plans for January, but it's because I read absolutely nothing in December. I read one book in December and I kind of just decided to take a little bit of a break. So that's why I feel like I have so many books I want to read in January. Like I'm excited to read again. Like I can't wait. I just want to read all of these books. I honestly just thought about all of the books that I have been meaning to read and I've been wanting to read in the last month or so. And all of these came to mind for me. Like I just want to read all of these in January. Hopefully I can get to them, but yeah, that's why I have so many plans for January, because I didn't read anything in December. I would like to start the Hoop series by Kennedy Ryan. So the first book is Long Shot. I've been putting off this book for years, and if I don't read it in January, I definitely want to read it sometime this year, but I am hoping to read it this month. Tin Queen by Devney Perry. This is the last book in the Clifton Forge series. I would really love to wrap up this series. I've had very mixed feelings about this entire series, to be honest. I loved the first 2 books, but the rest of the series kind of disappointed me. So we'll see how I feel about the last book. I'm also going to talk about this in my 2022 reading goals video, but I want to try to reread an old favorite every month. Even though I'm already reading Gabriel's Rapture, that is more for like a video. I'm not counting that as my reread for the month, even though I will be rereading it, but I really want to make it a goal to reread at least one old favorite a month. So for January, I am hoping to reread Beautiful Bombshell by Christina Lauren. This is the second novella in the series. I think it is, yeah, the 2.5. But also, if I reread this, and I just want to continue the series, I could also end up rereading Beautiful Player, which is the third book. I'm pretty sure Beautiful Player is my favorite in the series, so I kind of feel like I will end up rereading it because I was already kind of flipping through it and I was like, I think I'm gonna end up rereading it. So yeah, probably going to reread both of these in January. On Monday, I had posted a video called You Pick What I Read, and in that video I talked about how I want to read a book that you guys pick for me every 3 months. I was debating on how long I should wait for you guys to pick a book, but I think we already have a winner. I'm pretty sure I will be reading The Stopover by T.L. Swan. That is the one you guys collectively voted on. It had like, I think 10 thumbs up. A couple of people said that the second book is the best, so I don't know if I should just skip the first book and read the second book, or if I should try to read book 1 and book 2. I don't know, we'll see. I have read T.L. Swan before in the past, and I have somewhat enjoyed their books. I'm actually really surprised that that was the book that was picked. I thought like a lot of people would pick more like popular books, but I feel like you guys really listened to me and you like really understand my taste and stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited to see if I enjoy The Stopover or just the series in general. But thank you so much for all of your comments on that video, and thank you for participating and liking everybody else's comments. I really appreciate it, and I am very excited to do that type of video every 3 months. So that was it for my January reading plans. I'm sorry if this video was super long, but I felt like I kind of had to intro this new type of video and series, I guess. It's not really a series, but I just wanted to explain more what these videos will be. It does feel weird not doing my monthly releases videos anymore, but I'm really excited about this change and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Let me know what you plan to read in January, any new releases that you're excited about, or just some older books that you hope to read. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!